Yeah, look at me. Sure, that's fine. All right, so first tell me your name and your title, please.
My name is Gerardo Reyes, and I am a member of the Coalition of Immokalee Workers.
Tell me where we are and why you're here today and what happened earlier.
We're here at Kinane Park in St. Petersburg because we had today two things. One, parade for fair food. A parade and a concert for fair food. Right now we are here in the part of the concert. We just heard played La Santa Cecilia, Ruby Bell, and now it's time for also Madly to share this music. There were important announcements that were made today by the different alliances that are supporting us.
One of those alliances is the Student Farmworker Alliance, and they announced an action against Wendys. Tell us about that.
Yeah, the Alliance, the Student Farmworker Alliance is organizing a boycott in the universities across the nation that have Wendys on their campuses. And they are also going to organize in the universities that have a nearby restaurant of Wendys to adopt it and then do the boycott and raising awareness in the communities to ask people not to support their business until they join the campaign for fair food. Until they join the fair food program.
What is the fair food program?
The fair food program is a collaboration between workers, growers that are participating on this program, and also corporations that are implementing with us the rights that we as workers decide. Rights that have to do with the protection in the... Sorry, I'm a little bit tired. To ensure the application of the rights that are contained under the booklet that we distribute on the farms. These rights are, for example, the right to comply with the retaliation, the right to be working with protections against pesticides, against situations that put our lives at risk, situations of sexual harassment, the elimination of slavery. All of these things are part of the program. And any corporation that signs is committing to abide their purchases under the application of these rights for farm workers in the fields.
What has Wendy's response been so far?
Wendy's response is basically to first say that they are already buying from tomato farms that are participating, that are doing the right thing. And while it is true that they buy, this is not a free ride. They are refusing to pay a penny a pound, and that's one of the important demands of this campaign, because that's going to directly address the sub-poverty wages that Wendys, Publix, and other buyers are creating with the way in which they use the market to dictate the prices. Workers receive stagnant wages because of the way in which the market is used. At the same time, they are not doing anything to guarantee that workers' dignity is being respected. What we're asking them to do is to condition their purchasing to the application of the rights under the Fair Food Program and to pay the penny a pound. Their response is to basically step back from Florida and try to concentrate their buying on Mexico and in other places where there's no program, where there's no regulation, where there's no rights for workers. They are looking for a way out, and basically what they are choosing to do, to don't participate in this, is to go to places where workers are even more exploited in light of a proven solution for these abuses.
You also have been targeting Publix, as you mentioned. How have they responded to your calls?
Well, Publix continue to say that this is Publix continues to say that this is a dispute, labor dispute between workers and their employers. That is only on their minds, because there are 90% of the tomato industry of the state of Florida that are participating under the program. They are doing the right thing, but they need corporations like Publix to also support them by participating, by committing, by concentrating their buying power and support those businesses that are doing the right thing. What Publix is doing is, instead of participating and paying the penny a pound, they are basically saying that this is a labor dispute, that they will never sign an agreement with the workers, that we're asking them to pay directly to the workers, a check, and that is not true. They are saying many things to confuse people. They are lying, and it is time for them to stop doing that, to start being a responsible corporation, especially after being a witness of many abusive conditions, including slavery, and still not being able to touch their heart and realize that it is because of the way in which they ignore the situations on their own supply chain that all of these abuses have happened. For the first time, we have a solution, and it is time for them to get in line with the Fair Food Program. Many people are here today to join us in making this call to Publix and any corporation that refuses to recognize the humanity of the workers. So it's just a matter of time. But this is a great opportunity for them as a business to do the right thing without crucifying, without destroying the ability of workers to live to live a dignified life.
And finally, I want to ask you about the turnout. What do you think about the response that you've gotten in St. Petersburg?
We had thousands of people marching with us on the parade, and then we had more people that came to enjoy the music and see some of the theater that we created from Immokalee. And there's a lot of people that have been dancing. There's an atmosphere of celebration, but there's also an atmosphere of struggle. A lot of the people that are here because they want to hear what are the next steps on both campaigns. They are listening carefully to what the coalition and the alliances that are closer to the coalition are organizing in the southeast, focusing on Publix, but also nationwide, focusing on Wendys. And it is an ongoing and fast-growing movement that sooner or later is gonna cut with this movement is going to sooner or later cut Publix and Wendys at a point in which it's going to be impossible for them to participate in something like this, because at the end the consumers have the last word, and more consumers are demanding the same thing: fair food now. So I would say to Publix and I would say to Wendys, for how long you think you can hide from the justice that the workers have been seeking for so long? For how long are you going to ignore your own consumers? And for how long you think that unjust conditions in the fields are a good business for you? For how long you think that your image is going to resist being tied to the abusive conditions that you have allowed to be part of it?
Thanks so much.
Thank you.